Welcome to Java Encapsulation Throws Exception. Throws is a keyword in Java used in a method declaration to tell the program that a method might cause an exception or error and that it should be handled by the calling. It is used to pass the responsibility of handling an exception to another method, prevent the program from crashing unexpectedly. Today, I will be explaining my code line by line. Import java.util.scanner imports the scanner class to read the user input from the console. Public class main declares the main class called main. It defines a static method check LRN to validate LRN input and may throw an exception. Checks if the LRN contains anything other than digits. Throws an error with a message if the LRN is invalid. It begins the else block if the LRN is valid and it prints a confirmation that the LRN input is valid. It defines a method to validate that the last name is at least 2 letters. Checks if the last name is shorter than 2 characters. Throws an error if the last name is invalid. It begins the else block if the last number is invalid and it prints a confirmation for a valid last name. And do it in the same way to the other parts of the code. Starts the main method where the program execute begins. Creates a scanner object to read input from the keyboard. Declares a variable for storing input. Initialize a counter to track the next variable index in the array and set the maximum number from students to 5. Creates an array of student objects with a size of 5. Starts a loop to collect input for 5 students. Begins a try block to handle input exceptions. System.out.print input LRN prompts the user to enter the LRN. LRN equals input.next line. Reads the LRN input from the user. Check LRN. Calls the method to validate the LRN. Same logic to last name, first name, birth date, and gender. Creates a new student object with validated inputs and converts LRN to integer. Store the student object in the array at the current index. Increment the index for the next student entry. Catches an exception thrown during input validation. Prints the error message if an exception occurs. Loops through the array of students to print each record. Prints all details of the current student using getter methods. Declares a class called student. Declares a private variable. It defines a constructor to initialize the student object with the given values. Assigns the value of the object's field. Returns the LRN last name, first name, birthday, gender of the student.